What am I going to say today that's going to get me in trouble? We shall see. But we in here, y'all. Like the live, share the live, coming in the door. We about to bring in the Apple and Spotify. Good morning, good day, good everybody. Make sure you like and share the live as you come in here. You know, we about to talk about this Super Bowl. You already know. The thoughts, views, and opinions shared on the Flow Show No Filter are for educational and entertainment purposes only. I am not a professional. I'm just good. Happy Monday. What's up? What's up, Carly? What's up, Amy? What's up, Lauren, Michelle, Felix? I think we got a few more coming in. Shout out to everybody out there, everybody who enjoyed their weekend. Hopefully everybody did. I enjoyed mine. I got a lot of rest, caught up on a lot of work, did a lot of nerd stuff. I'll be going over numbers and stuff all across my platforms and performances of content. You know, a lot of nerdy, geeky stuff. I was doing that over the weekend. Got a lot of stuff done. But we gonna talk about the fucking Super Bowl today. First of all, did your team win? Good morning, Megan. Watching Mahomes get beat just made my week. That's what Megan said, and it was okay with Kendrick's performance. Yeah. It was a weird Super Bowl. I would say we didn't see a blowout coming. I don't think most of us didn't. We thought it would be a good matchup. But there were two funerals on Sunday for the Super Bowl. There was the Kansas City Chiefs funeral, Philadelphia Eagles. It was like no offensive lineman out there for Patrick Mahomes. He was getting blasted left and right, slammed on his head. What I didn't expect that. Also, same thing with Kendrick Lamar's performance. Some people say mixed reviews. People like me who are Kendrick fans loved it. And we can understand why a lot of the people who aren't typically Kendrick fans didn't understand or didn't know. Because guess what? Kendrick Lamar puts on for his real fans. And that's why we fuck with him. And that's why we run through brick walls for Kendrick Lamar. And so the real Kendrick fans, we expect people to say, hey, we didn't get it. We were bored. We didn't know them songs. Yeah, because Kendrick Lamar, he's a rebel. He's a rebel like us, where he could have went up there and did "We Gonna Be All Right," don't kill my vibe, humble. He could have did all his top hits that all the mainstream pseudo Kendrick fans know, and everybody would have been like, "Oh, he did good." Yeah, because you know one thing about concerts, half the shit is if you know the songs. We all know that. You go to a concert, if you don't know none of the songs a person's saying, you're not going to enjoy it. If you know the songs, you're going to enjoy it. Let's not make it no more complicated than it has to be. But Kendrick went up there and he did the songs that real Kendrick fans want to hear. And that's why we like Kendrick. I can't get it out of my head. Woke up looking for the broccoli, hockey, he could bone on me like my feet. What do you say? Mr. Get Off. I get off on my feet. It got the music. It makes me dance. Come on, man. I don't care what nobody says. I actually like when people who ain't really Kendrick fans chime in on how they felt about the show, because then us real Kendrick fans get to laugh and say, yeah, because it ain't for you. You wasn't a Kendrick fan. We got Kendrick here, us fans, the real fans. And so he gives us what we want. See, that's the difference between a Kendrick and a Drake. Drake try to go up there, and of course, he gonna make the music for everybody. He gonna try to please everybody, and he does. And then it'll come off course like, oh, he got the hits. But you can't please everybody. You ain't really pleasing nobody. See, Kendrick is like me. I make my content for my supporters. I don't give a fuck. That's why whether you see me on here live and direct, or if I'm on TMZ or whoever, it's all the same. And see, that is how you develop a real following who gonna ride or die with you. So I loved it. And I can understand the ones who didn't love it, because I'm going to break down everything that went on with the Super Bowl show, all the hidden little shit that Kendrick exposed on that stage. And we get a little bit of the game. I'm going to tell you about the weekend. Just a great show. It felt good to just relax and take one small break away from all the fucking madness. And I'm telling y'all, the madness is coming right back this week. So the Kendrick, so the Super Bowl. First of all, I couldn't stream over the weekend, y'all. Let me tell you what happened between the Super Bowl and the Laker game. So y'all know we were supposed to stream Saturday night to watch the Luka game, and Luka didn't end up playing, so I couldn't stream. So we couldn't stream Saturday night. That pissed me off. Then we were supposed to stream for the Super Bowl. And then YouTube, and along with all the other social media apps, put out warnings. NFL don't want nobody not even covering the. You can't even stream the NFL, not even showing the game. You can't even stream it and cover the game. Like, talk about what's going on. They'll strike you for that. And that's the NFL. So all type of plans were ruined. We wanted to stream for the Super Bowl. I wanted to have a Super Bowl party, but I was like, you know what? They be watching me like a hawk. Let me not even play around. So y'all, that's why we couldn't stream for those two games. But let's get into this shit. So much metaphors and so much imagery in that at halftime show. Serena Williams, the two exes, Serena and SZA were reportedly, allegedly, Drake's ex, and they were there. Serena Williams crip walked all over Drake's tombstone. If y'all saw that, that was a moment. And SZA came out, did her thing. Also, did y'all see also the Palestine? It was a guy with a Palestinian flag, or like a backup dancer to Kendrick Lamar. He came out waving his flag and running around. He was eventually tackled. And I don't know what happened to him after that. I'm pretty sure he was arrested. But we can't have a Super Bowl without somebody running out and doing something. So that was expected. But one thing that I was tripping on the Super Bowl was, did y'all notice that Tom Brady at the very, very beginning of the Super Bowl, if you listen to his body, and I know this, if you listen to his body language, and I know you can't listen to body language, but you know what I mean. If you listen to his body language when he was first starting, he did not want Mahomes to win. I don't know if y'all remember the very first play that the call that went to Chiefs. It was like it was like the Eagles had completed that pass to AJ Brown. This is at the very beginning, and they called offensive pass interference. Tom Brady went so crazy because it looked like the game they were going to cheat for the Chiefs. He said, "You got to let these players decide it on the field." I was like, "Damn, Brady, it's the first quarter. It's like the first few seconds of the game. Relax." But Tom Brady was worried that if Patrick Mahomes would have won this Super Bowl, that would have gave him a 3 in a row, which is something Brady never did. And a lot of people was prepared to call Patrick Mahomes the GOAT. So Brady, Brady was, if you knew the story, the backline, Brady was so much more relaxed. Once the Eagles were up by like 150 points, Brady was just as relaxed, and he was the best guy ever. But if you would have paid attention to how Brady was acting in the very beginning of that game, you can tell Brady did not want Patrick Mahomes to win because he knew that was going to mess up his short little run. Not short run, but I'm saying, like, they've been saying Brady the best, but they've been saying he's the best for maybe the past 4 or 5 years, maybe. So if Patrick Mahomes would have won today, that would have been it for Brady's run. So Brady was rooting like hell against against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. But you would have to really be paying attention to peep it. Even Nick Foles even threw a shot at Brady, because if you remember, Nick Foles won the other Super Bowl for the Philadelphia Eagles a few years ago, and he told Brady, because if you remember, Brady didn't shake his hand. Nick Foles was the quarterback who came in. He was a backup, but he had a hell of a run. So if you remember, he didn't shake Tom Brady's hand. I mean, Tom Brady didn't shake his hand after he won, so they got a little thing going on. So Nick Foles even said and tweeted, he said, "It's good to see Tom Brady was front and center for both of our Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowls." And he said, "I think Tom Brady is like our lucky charm." So I know that pissed Tom Brady up. But let's break down all the meanings in this halftime show. But I'm gonna break down. First, I'll do an article. They had an article, Maria Sherman. She wrote a nice article about the halftime show. She kind of broke down some of the hidden meanings. I got some more after her. But let's break down her article. It's called Review. It's called Kendrick Lamar Brings America and Not Like Us into History Making Super Bowl Halftime Show. Damn, I know Drake was over there punching the air in Australia. This was look, I'm gonna say one thing. A minor. I cannot believe. Did y'all hear the whole fucking crowd scream A minor at the top of their lung? I was like, whoa, Drake. Somebody check on Drake, please. So let's get into this article. Salutations. The actor Samuel Jackson, dressed as Uncle Sam, introduced Kendrick Lamar at the New Orleans Superdome for the 2025 Super Bowl halftime show. A powerful, commanding, creative choice by the first solo hip-hop artist to ever headline the Super Bowl. A lot of people didn't know that. This was the first hip-hop artist solo to headline the Super Bowl. Congratulations to Kendrick on that. Now, the article goes on to say, as if there was any other doubts of the Pulitzer Prize winning rapper's ability to put on a show, as dozens of dancers emerged from a Buick GNX clown car style, he launched into an untitled new song that has been teased with an online snippet on his GNX album. Then he moved to Squabble Up. Now, I love that Squabble Up song. So for just under 13 minutes during the halftime show, that was a quick 13 fucking minutes. Dancers dressed in red, white, and blue, which was, I'll get to the imagery of all that in a second. But even with the patriotic colors, they were labeled too loud, too reckless, and too ghetto by Jackson playing Uncle Sam. So at first, people didn't understand what Sam Jackson was doing. He was playing Uncle Sam. As you see, he had the red, white, and blue Uncle Sam outfit on, plus his name is Sam, Samuel Jackson. But even with, and the symbolism was, even with them in the Patriot colors, and even with them being in sync with one another, Uncle Sam still said they were too loud, too reckless, and too ghetto. He reminded Lamar to, quote unquote, play the game. Then he launched into humble. So Samuel Jackson playing Uncle Sam, when he came with Squabble Up, the symbolism was Squabble Up was a rowdy song. Even though they weren't doing anything wrong, Uncle Sam still tried to put his control over them. And then he said, play the game. He told Uncle Sam told Kendrick to play the game, meaning, you know what play the game mean. We talk about that every day. Play the game. The game I won't play the game. And so to go from playing the game to, okay, Kendrick say, okay, I'll play the game. This is all within the context of the performance. Then they go on to humble. Being humble, quote unquote, is playing the game. Then he went to DNA, Euphoria, and Man at the Garden. Then Scorekeeper, and then Jackson interrupted. Scorekeeper, deduct one life. You know, that's kind of like Squid Games. So there was a hint of Squid Games in this performance where the rich were basically harming, killing the poor as the poor entertain and do whatever they can to try to make money. You know, if you watch Squid Games, it was all just a game. The money was on the line, but it was real lives being lost. And then so Samuel Jackson goes on after he says that, then Kendrick Lamar goes into Peekaboo and then teased the performance of Not Like Us. He says, and I quote, I want to play their favorite song, but you know they love to sue. Of course, I don't have to break that down to you. Y'all know he talking about Drake suing for the Not Like Us. And then I also have some Drake shit to add into it. His legal team came out talking shit after the performance. We'll get to that in a minute. And so after that, people thought he was going to do that, but then he went into Luther. Now, with Not Like Us having 1 billion streams on Spotify, it's a massive hit in Los Angeles and across the world. He went on to do that, and that place went crazy. Leading up to the Super Bowl, they were wondering, was he going to do the song because of the suing of that Drake doing the Universal Music for defamation because of the song's popularity. Now, the question that they're asking now, does this Super Bowl performance further complicate things? Like, does that put Kendrick in hot water? I think not. Then it goes on. SZA came on the stage. They performed Luther and All the Stars. Oh, I love All the Stars. Tell me what you gonna do with me. Competition ain't nothing new to me. You could bring up more, bring a sword, bring up more, but you can't bring the truth to me. What'd he say? I don't need you. I don't even want your congratulations. Yeah, I like that song. So I don't know if y'all fuck with that song with SZA, All the Stars, but that's my shit. So then he goes on. He brought out SZA. So another thing I'm gonna add in with SZA and Serena Williams, that was supposed to symbolize, because they were Drake's ex and Drake talked bad about them. And I don't know, I don't even get into all that, but y'all know Drake kind of threw shots at Serena over the years. They dated back in the day, allegedly. Same thing with SZA. So by Kendrick having those two black women on stage with him, it kind of like symbolizes protecting black women. That was one of the underlying things that a lot of people didn't pick up about even him only having, as far as special guests outside of his team, was SZA and Serena Williams. So at the end of the day, the message was loud and clear. But even in this article, you're not going to get some of the hidden symbolisms because they don't want to talk about it. The whole point of They Not Like Us is they don't really give a fuck like we give a fuck. So let me get into some of the stuff that they didn't talk about in the articles, but that I peeped and a lot of other people maybe didn't peep. But so we already talked about Samuel Jackson was playing Uncle Sam, aka a house nigga. And if you remember that, he was if you remember Django, I don't even have to tell you about Samuel Jackson. Now, Samuel Jackson throughout the show was telling Kendrick Lamar to play the game white America wants you to play. Don't come up on this stage being ghetto. Don't come up here trying to start a movement, start a revolution, none of that shit. Just come up here, smile, rap, sing, dance, tap dance, whatever we want you to do. This is the symbolism. Now, I went back to the Squid Games. Squid Games, you remember, it's a stage where symbolized the rich killing the poor and using money as the carrot to keep us, or just the regular Americans, regular people, going after that money, but you killing lives. And at the end of the day, only one person gets that money, but we have thousands and thousands of lives or hundreds of lives being lost, all symbolized in Squid Games. Now, of course, we know the dancers had on red, white, and blue, which was representing the American flag and also representing Bloods and Crips uniting and coming together. It was kind of like a triple entendre to that red, white, and blue meaning. As you know, Kendrick Lamar's from the West Coast, Compton in the building, gang violence and gang shit out on the West Coast is out of control. It has been out of control over the years. And Kendrick has been doing everything he can to bring unity to that movement. So having red and blue, which is red is the Bloods, blue is the Crips, and having those colors together on stage was also symbolism for Kendrick Lamar. And then if you also notice, the stage was also turned into like a prison, looked like a prison yard, where you could see people out there were harmonizing with Kendrick Lamar as he performed. The quote unquote prisoners were harmonizing. It was almost reminiscent to what the slaves did back in the day. And you know, a lot of time that people equate the prison system now to modern day slavery. And so if you remember back in the day, the slaves would write hymns and communicate through music or speak through music, and it was like their own little, our own code or whatever. And so that was something that went over, I think a lot of people had that, or they didn't even notice. And it was like, at the end of the day, the message was, they not like us. And to have Trump there, well, Uncle Sam, it was just, and presidents don't even normally go to the Super Bowl, is what I'm being told and what the article says. Because I couldn't remember if presidents, like, do they normally go to the Super Bowl? I couldn't remember, but they said that this is one of the first times, or maybe the first time in a long time, but that a president was there. It was a lot went on, shit. And then the craziest part, I don't know if y'all, I started watching the Super Bowl at like, as soon as it came on, I've been waiting all day. You know how we've been waiting for the Super Bowl all day, all week. Starts off after about the first 3 minutes, I nodded the fuck off. You know, I'm an old man, old man, you liable to fall asleep at any fucking time. So I nodded off for a half a second. Now, when I nodded off, I think it was maybe 7-0, or it might have even been 0-0. I can't remember. All I know is when I woke up, it was like 30-0. And I only nodded off for like 5 seconds. Woke up, it's 30-0. I said, what the hell happened to the Super Bowl? The Super Bowl is fucking over. So Drake and his legal team, they came out talking shit. Did y'all see what the Drake and legal team came out after the performance and after the Super Bowl? they come out talking shit. Oh, yeah. Shout out to Shauna. And she brought up another good point. And all y'all in the chat, y'all like the studio audience of the Flow Club in the morning. Oh, and anybody listening, if you're on Apple and Spotify, before I continue, I want to make sure y'all know, y'all are more than welcome to join us in the studio audience. It's a great bunch every morning at 7:30 a.m. Monday through Friday, or catch us at lunchtime at noon. But Shauna, and all y'all in the chat, put all y'all favorite parts or all the parts that y'all remember that y'all liked about the Super Bowl or didn't like or whatever. And I'm going to go through those as well because I'm definitely anxious to hear what y'all thoughts about it. I kind of gave y'all 25 minutes of my shit. So let me see what y'all got. Shauna said the way he looked at the camera when he said, Drake, I hear you like I'm young. Oh, yeah, that was savage. He looked at the camera. He said, say, Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever burn the cell block one. Oh, man, I loved it. Who else has some good, some from, let me look through these chats real quick. Who else, what other good parts did y'all like? He stood on business. Yes, he did. Just seeing Mahomes getting taken down. Hey, everybody got a kick. So Mahomes and Drake got their ass kicked yesterday, and I'm not thinking, I don't see too many people mad about it. I ain't never seen, I think Serena Williams crip walked harder than she ever crip walked ever in her life before. She couldn't wait to crip walk on top of Drake's head. I said, man, this is beautiful. I ain't never seen nothing like this. And if you a Drake fan and not a Kendrick fan, then I don't know what to tell you, but all I can say is, hey, deal with it. Drake had to take it on the chin. You got to take it with him. Now, let me give you a little context to it. I'm giving you a lot of fun facts, and some of these facts aren't fun, but stuff that people didn't know about the Super Bowl or, little backstories. A lot of people don't know that Serena Williams, her sister, was allegedly killed by a member of the Crips. And so Serena Williams was crip walking on national television with Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl performance. And a lot of people don't know that her sister was murdered by members of the Crips. So for her crip walking on the stage, it was kind of like, when people know the story, they're like, shit, you could take it two ways. You could say, why she do that? Because she, but you could also say she not letting it, letting the Crips or gangs, bring her down, and she gonna continue to do her. So you can look at it different ways. But let me tell you that story real quick. On the night of September 14th, 2003, the sister of Serena Williams, Miss Price, was chatting with her boyfriend in her SUV, right? Parked outside. She was parked outside, which was revealed to be a crack house, which was in a suburban part of Compton, Los Angeles County. So according to prosecution, two members of the Southside Compton Crips criminal street gang who were guarding the house opened fire on the SUV in the belief that they were defending said crack house from gang rivals. Serena Williams' sister, Miss Price, her boyfriend, later stated he did not realize that Price had been shot, drove her to a relative's home where he called emergency services, and Price was pronounced dead shortly after arriving to the hospital from a bullet wound in the head. So you can look at that a lot of different ways. And like I said, it all goes into this performance was bigger than some fucking rap shit where you just go up there and just rap some songs that all y'all know and y'all all could do this and wave y'all hand. This was about messages. This was bigger than a fucking hit song. And I loved it. So this was also, like I told you, the red and the blue was about uniting. Serena going through that with her sister, losing lives to the Crips. I don't know how many lives have been lost in Compton, in LA, or across the world through gang violence, but this has been a big message that Kendrick Lamar wants to bring unity to that, because it is a problem. If you remember on the night like Not Like Us, when he first performed it 1,000 times, when he did that concert, that pop-up concert that Kendrick did, one of the proudest moments that he had and talked about was that he united the Crips and the Bloods. And they were all on the stage. They wasn't killing nobody. They wasn't killing each other. They were just dancing and shitting on Drake at the same time. So it was like, the two birds in one stone, like one hand, I'm uniting Bloods and Crips if I'm Kendrick. And on the other hand, I'm tap dancing on Drake's grave, A minor. Also, if you notice the chain that Kendrick had on, the chain had a letter. And you know what that letter was and what that letter represented? It was the letter A minor. So Kendrick even had a chain on with the letter, with the A minor situation going on. Oh man, but you could have gave me a better Super Bowl. I'm sure Drake is pissed too. Let me give you another reason that Drake is pissed, and I'm about to read you what the hell his attorneys and them said. What the attorneys of Drake said. It is they came out swinging. They pissed. It's like everybody was so fucking pissed. I thought it was a great night. What about y'all? People were they were talking about, where is the let me pull up here it is. So here is the Drake's legal team, which Drake, stop with this legal team shit, bruh. Like, you lost. But anyway, I'm gonna read it anyway, because I'm sure y'all want to hear it. And Drake's legal team released a new statement. This is their statement. This is courtesy of the New York Times regarding the UMG lawsuit. Drake pissed me, getting on my nerves with this. Okay, so this is what they said. UMG is masquerading as a champion of artistic freedom by calling its actions merely entertainment. But there is nothing entertaining about pedophilia or child abuse in the real world. We are confident that the evidence we will ultimately present at trial, including information we've already learned and continue to receive since filing the lawsuit. They believe that all of this will expose UMG's gross prioritization of its own corporate profits and executive bonuses over its exclusive signed artists' well-being and truth. What the hell is Drake and his legal team doing? He just shut the whole stage down, put you to bed, and y'all releasing statements. This came after the Super Bowl, after the halftime show. They released this statement at like midnight or some shit. Like, go to fucking bed. Get ready for Monday. It's Monday today. Shit. Y'all up coming up with, I don't know. But y'all proving Drake is just proving Drake. Kendrick right this whole time. They not like us. Y'all not like us. And it was a beautiful thing to see. Also, I don't know if you just to throw out there, I had let y'all know that the Bud Crawford and Canelo fight is back on. I don't know if you're into boxing, but that's a huge fight. It's probably going to be the biggest fight since Mayweather Pacquiao, for sure. I ain't even gonna say probably. It is Bud Crawford and Canelo. So that fight is back on. I just wanted to let y'all know, because I told y'all that it was on, then it was off. and then now it's back on. So I just want to make sure that y'all know that. It was so much to talk about. Take a short break and get into we got the subscribers of the day. I really appreciate y'all. Let me get to those. And y'all know we got to shout out our subscribers because they keep this thing going. They keep this podcast. They keep the lights on. And I appreciate y'all for supporting me and allowing me to get on this bitch and tell the truth every fucking morning. And who don't like it could kick rocks with flip-flops with no socks on. Y'all know how I feel about it. What else did they Patrick Mahomes looking stupid. He probably won't do this no more, but when he came to the game, Patrick Mahomes had on a green suit mocking the Philadelphia Eagles. I wish I could show y'all. Oh, I can't show y'all. You can see it a little bit. That's the gray suit. The green suit. And so wearing the Eagles colors and then getting your ass handed to you on a platter is not it. But that's kind of what happened. They still talking about inferring that Kendrick could face lawsuits after the Super Bowl halftime show. There was a article on The Spun by Nathan saying the headline is Kendrick Lamar facing lawsuit speculation after Super Bowl halftime show. Leave this man alone. Make sure y'all liking the live and everything. But before we get into that, let's get to our subscribers of the motherfucking day. I love my subscribers, and we're going to always give them their shine every time. And I didn't even mean to rhyme. So look, we got 2 subscribers of the day. We got runner up. Let me pull it up, y'all. Wi-Fi is going a little slow, but bear with me. Let's go. Who we got? All right, we got a subscriber of the day, and we got a runner up. But remember, the runner up is just as important as the champion. It's just that the champion spent a little bit more on their subscription, so they get a little shout out, a little extra shout out. But so first we have Tania Rodriguez. I'm pretty sure this is how you say your name, Tania. Tania donated a $3 subscription. Thank you, Tania. Everybody in the chat, let's thank Tania. Let's give a round of applause. Say thank you, Tania, for subscribing to the Flow Show No Filter that we bring in Monday through Friday, all day, every day. So many shows I can't even keep up with, but I can't do all these shows without the subscribers because y'all keep me going. Shit, y'all make me able to order me a nice lunch. And so since I get a nice lunch, I give y'all a nice lunch show. You know how we do. So Tania, the Flow Show filter, no filter, thanks you greatly. We know that shit. Groceries is high, gas is high, everything costs an arm and a leg. But you still find it in your heart to donate a $3 subscription to the Flow Show No Filter. And I appreciate the fuck out of it. Thank you so much, Tania Rodriguez. But let's get to the subscriber of the day. And this subscriber is Macy Taylor. Everybody give it up for Macy Taylor in the comments. Tell her thank you. They do love to come see the chat. And because Caroline, I saw her the other day say thank you in the comments. So I like when our subscribers get to see the love and come to the YouTube page and come to the chat and see how we all embrace and say thank you to all our subscribers. But Macy Taylor donated and got a $6 subscription, and the minimum is $3. She gave double, y'all. Give it up for subscriber of the day, Macy Taylor. Come on down. Come on down, Macy Taylor. I appreciate it. Give you the real claps. You didn't have to do that, but you did it. And it really, like I said, I can't tell y'all enough how much I appreciate it. And can't believe y'all support me as I come up here and talk my shit. And I let y'all talk y'all shit. So let's see. I'm going through the comments. Let's see. Did anybody else have any moments in the Super Bowl that they wanted me to read out loud? Let's see. They said Kendrick is a savage. Didn't see the tombstone. Let's see. K. Dot didn't even have to say that part. Yeah, he didn't even have to say that part. The whole crowd screamed it for him. It was a great event. I wish it would have been even better had the game actually been close, because that was a fucking blowout. But also, y'all remember on Friday, I was talking about how sometimes every now and then I have a follower or a listener who get their feelings hurt because they're one of their people they like get called out. And I told you I wasn't going to read the message. It was kind of like a message saying it was about an Elon Musk, because I had called out, him having control or being able to see all our information and all that controlling the money, all of that shit. So I had a particular listener who I had to, kind of let them know what's really going on. But this is the beauty about the Flow Show No Filter movement, and what makes my show and my movement different than anybody else that's covering these stories or doing anything similar to what I do. And it's been like that from the beginning. See, my thing is, whether you agree with me or you disagree with me, you're going to tune in because I'm real and I don't have no hate for you. I don't mind your opinion. Like, I want everybody's opinion. No matter what we're talking about, if I say something or somebody that you want to stand up for, put it in the fan mail. I'll read it. I ain't co-signing. I only stand for me. So what happened was I had told about the Elon Musk, and then it turns out that this particular listener actually was upset about the lady, the congresswoman that I quoted, or like I played her clip. She was saying that she is a whatever, and she's spreading misinformation. Well, see, that ain't got nothing to do with me. But to show you how we rise to the top is that listener came back and said, I'm not even going to read her whole message or his message. I don't know if it's a him or her. But the bottom line was, after I addressed that, and like I said, just like they expressed themselves, I don't get mad at somebody expressing themselves. So I'm going to let you know, look, this is what I talk about on my show. If you don't like it, you can do what you do. But guess what? They responded back in the fan mail. They appreciated the way I addressed it and said that they understood, but they just didn't like the misinformation that the congresswoman was bringing. And like I said, I ain't had nothing to do with me. I was playing a clip of her, what she said, and telling y'all to check it out. Long story short is that listeners said they continue to, they appreciate it. They continue to tune in, and they said that I'm good and I'm out. And it was just a great moment, because that is me in a nutshell. So many of my people that have been following me and been rocking with me for 2 years, so many of them came not agreeing with something I said, or I rubbed them the wrong way because they didn't understand what I was saying. But see, with me is, I don't get upset. I'll explain myself to you, and I won't lie to you. You know what I mean? I told that person, I could easily tell you I won't talk about Elon Musk because he's not a big part of my show. I could say that just to keep your support, but I'd rather tell you the truth. Whether it's Elon, whether it's Trump, whether it's Biden, whether it's Kamala, whoever it is, whether it's Jay-Z, whether it's Diddy, whoever it is, they might get it on this fucking show. So I have to tell you that up front. But like I said, a lot of my followers came not liking what I was saying at first, but my reaction to explaining myself and how we are able to talk, they end up being listeners for life, just like this listener. And so I just want to let you know, I like that. And to that listener out there, I'm glad that you were able to express yourself. And then I was able to express myself. And guess what? That listener said they're going to listen to every fucking show, and they love the show. And I love you for expressing yourself. Like I told you, I'm different. You can say what you got to. You don't have to get mad at me. You can say what you got to say in the fan mail. And guess what? I'll probably read it if I see it and give you some shine and let your voice speak. And so, like, I just wanted to let y'all know that, because that is the essence of the Flow Show No Filter movement. It's no filter. I'm going to come in here and call it right down the line of whoever, but you are free to express yourself. I don't get mad at nobody for their opinion. If you rocking with me, we rocking. Whether you might have a different opinion about that or a different opinion about that, as long as we have a mutual respect, that's all that matters. So to that listener, I'm glad that we were able to have a moment, and now our bond is stronger going forward. And that's how I have been throughout this whole movement, which is why I have such a diverse listeners, because even if you come in not agreeing with me, once we talk, you're going to be with me for life. So I just wanted to let y'all know about that, and shout out that situation, because I ranted about it on Friday, if you remember, and it's all good. And me and that listener, we bonded for life now. So my overall thoughts of the Super Bowl. I thought the game was trash. I didn't like that it was a blowout. I was rooting for the Chiefs. And the reason I was rooting for the Chiefs is because I wanted Patrick Mahomes to win the three-peat, so we could all say he better than Brady. And so I could say I saw history to see the only person to ever win, or quarterback to win 3 in a row. It didn't happen. It was a fucking blowout. And Mahomes was getting his head. Now, don't think I'm a big Chiefs or Mahomes fan. I literally just was really picking for history. I just wanted to see history. But I'm not mad about, hey, look, shout out to Philadelphia Eagles. I don't know if y'all saw Gilly. He a big Philadelphia Eagles fan. You know, the guy from, what is it? What the hell is Gilly's show called? $1 Million Worth of Game. He happy as fuck. So I'm like, you know what? Go ahead. Shout out to the Eagles. Maybe my Browns will be there one year. We'll get there. What y'all think about it in the chat? What was y'all number one, before we get out of here, what was the number one Super Bowl moment? Was it when Drake looked into the camera and said, "Say, Drake, I heard you like him young"? Was it A Minor? Was it when you saw Samuel L. Jackson come out and say, what did Samuel L. Jackson come out and say? Being Uncle Sam. I ain't even gonna quote him. Just him coming out being Uncle Sam did add something to it. I ain't gonna lie, because at first I was like, why the fuck he just like the Cracker Jack box? All the old heads remember the Cracker Jack boxes back in the day. But I thought that was a pretty good add on to it. SZA did her thing. It was cool to see Serena Williams come out there and be strong. And give y'all what she been giving y'all for the last few years with her crip walk. If you remember, she crip walked at the Wimbledon. It was just a good moment. So expect what didn't happen. I had the elephant in the room. Jay-Z, whatever news supposed to come out didn't come out before the Super Bowl, but learning how this situation has happened before, where it was supposed to be some news about Jay or this or that, Jay-Z came out and it didn't. But actually what happened last time was it didn't come out when it was supposed to, before the event. It actually came out right after. And so you never know. It could be somebody who cool with Busby or cool with a lawyer and say, hey, look, man, don't do this until after the Super Bowl. So I would say this, since it didn't come out before the Super Bowl, I almost guarantee y'all it's going to be some big news coming out this week. Watch what I tell you. I'm sure that for some reason they wanted to do it before the Super Bowl, but I'm sure it might have been like somebody cool and like, you know what? Just let the Super Bowl go. That ain't got nothing to do with us. That's Jay-Z. But I bet y'all, mark my words, whether it's Jay-Z or it's Diddy, there is going to be some big news that breaks this week. They gave us a break for Super Bowl, and Super Bowl took up all the media attention anyway. But I'm telling you right now, this week, mark my words, some big news coming out. And I'm going to be right the fuck here ready to spill the beans and see who the fuck gonna get mad at me for what I done said next. Like I said, I just get to the point where I wake up in the morning, and when I turn this mic on, y'all, I just say to myself, who gonna be mad at me today for what I done said? And who gonna be mad at me today? Let's see what we got here in the comments. Let's talk to the people for a second. Speaking of Jay-Z, word on the curb is something is wrong with Sir. The girls are always visible. Yeah, I've been hearing that, man. And it's so sad when you see a kid maybe born or whatever, but they definitely hiding them. And so since we on Jay-Z's ass on this last last segment, a story that a lot of people overlooked with Jay-Z that's kind of going viral now is whatever happened to Blue Cantrell. Now, this story, if you remember Blue Cantrell, she had like a similar to like a Beyonce look. They kind of looked similar. She was an excellent singer, songwriter, whatever. And she was blowing up around in the 2000s, early 2000s, at the same time when Jay-Z and Beyonce first hooked up. Now, one weird thing that jumps out to me is, okay, now they pretty much confirmed through Wendy Williams that Blue Cantrell and Jay-Z was fooling around the same time that Jay-Z and Beyonce had hooked up. So it was kind of a thing where Beyonce and Blue Cantrell had a thing, right? And there's actually show clips of Blue Cantrell on Wendy's show kind of talking about it, right? And she said, Wendy had asked her, like, who's your favorite, this or that? And basically, she was saying she had a crush on Jay-Z. Now, this was when this is like 2001 or something, when Beyonce was dating Jay-Z hard. And Blue Cantrell was on the Wendy Williams show talking about her crush on Jay-Z, and it already had been rumors that they had been seen together and stuff like that. And so Wendy Williams asked Blue Cantrell, had her and Jay-Z ever kissed? And Blue Cantrell didn't answer that. She wouldn't answer it. She kind of laughed it off and gave some little, like, one of those answers when you kind of like you saying yes, but you can't say yes. Now, I say all that to say, with all the weirdness surrounding Jay-Z and Beyonce, I thought it was weird. First of all, with all that going on, and we can, like, this is verifiable. You could go Google Wendy Williams and Blue Cantrell. You can see this interview, and you can see the time frame. She was definitely talking about her love for Jay-Z and how much she crushed on him in real time. And so not only was she blackballed from that point on, and it's true because she was kicking ass. Her songs were charting. Everybody wanted a piece of Blue Cantrell. She was like top 10 most desired female in the industry at that time. And I'm talking about in the magazines and everything, not me saying it. This is the magazines. And then out of all of that, then you think about, why would your daughter be named Blue? If you had all this going on and Blue and Beyonce had a thing, it's not, you can look it up yourself. It might have been kind of behind the scenes, but it was a thing. And it's like, don't y'all think it's weird that if y'all had a thing or whatever, and then y'all blackballed this girl, why would y'all name your daughter after Blue or the same name? So it just, when you start looking at shit, it just be seeming weird. It's just all weird. Like, it don't make no sense. And it is the reason why we just believe something is up. Yeah, why would you name, Amy just said this, said the same thing. Why would you name your child after an ex It's weird. And y'all blackballed her, and she disappeared from the. You ain't heard nothing from Blue Quintel since. I don't know, y'all. It's just so much weird. I don't. Would y'all do that? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the fan mail. What do y'all think about that? Would y'all name y'all daughter after somebody that was supposed to be talking to your man or dealing with your man at the exact same time? That whole thing is weird. That's weird. And that little Blueprint Trail shit is going viral like right now. So if y'all hadn't seen it, y'all probably will see it today or tomorrow, because that story that I'm telling you about is kind of getting legs and is being passed around. And like I said, just the fact that the daughter name is Blue, and then I have Blue on film with Wendy Williams gushing over Jay-Z at the same time when Beyonce and Jay-Z had just connected. And then Beyonce made all these subliminal songs. Y'all remember that era. I don't have to tell y'all. Y'all remember all the little subliminal meanings and Lemonade and all that. And then you look up and you say, and on top of all that, y'all named the daughter after Blue. Something's up. So y'all pay attention. Something's about to drop this week. And it's got something to do with Jay-Z. If you haven't noticed, you didn't even see Jay-Z. I mean, you saw some pictures, but he is being about as quiet as you could expect anybody to be who put on the Super Bowl show or who produced the Super Bowl halftime show. Like, he's trying to disappear right off into the sunset, but it's coming, something coming. And I'm not hoping. I'm just reading the tea leaves. I don't wish bad on nobody, but I keep it funky, and he definitely something ain't right. What'd you say, Michelle? Michelle says he keeps Blue Ivy name relevant and not Blue Cantrell. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So I get it. And that's my point. Something's definitely that lets you know that they are petty and they are spiteful, calculated, and whatever other words I can think of. It just ain't right, y'all. So look out for that. But yeah, look out for the Blue Cantrell story. It's going viral now. I don't know, the timing of it is crazy that they're going viral. She's going viral now about this story, and I've been hearing about this story before, but now I see it's getting legs. And like I said, to be honest, I never paid attention until over the weekend when I really started looking into this Blue Cantrell story. I so much thinking about other shit. I didn't even know that I didn't even realize that her name is Blue and then the daughter named Blue. Like, that right there let me know somebody being petty in this situation. And it can't be Blue Cantrell. It has to be Jay-Z and Beyonce. But for my Apple and Spotify listeners, I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all always tune in. Tell your friends, and tell your friends. And if you ever have some time in the morning, 7:30 a.m., you want to pop in with the morning crew, get in the chat and talk to us in real time and get your comments read, come on and join us. I take a little break and then I'm right back at y'all on the noon for the lunchtime show. Everybody like the live, share the live before we get the fuck up out of here. Super Bowl 2025 is in the books. Drake is officially the obituary was read yesterday. I think Drizzy was in Australia. And it's the year to Kendrick. Ain't nothing else to talk about. As always, I'm out. What a wrap. Another one in the books. I could make a chart and connect them all. See you for lunch, Flo. Yes, Shauna, I will see you at lunch. Make sure y'all like it before y'all get out of here. Felix, what's up? Shauna, what's up? Lauren, Amy, Michelle. I think Felix, I don't know if I got it here. Let me see. My boy King in the building. Can't forget to shout out my boy King, but y'all know we here the same time, same place, every day. What a Super Bowl. So much more to talk about. See you at lunch. We're going to have, lunch to be a little bit more laid back. Oh, shit. And let's hope Greg is there. I forgot to tell y'all, Greg from the lunchtime show has been sick as fuck. He was sick as fuck the whole weekend. They had a Super Bowl party canceled because the whole house was sick. And so I haven't talked to him this morning. I hope he's feeling well. So everybody shoot a prayer out to our boy Greg. And hopefully we see him at lunch. If not, he's still under the weather. Carly, thank you for joining us. Let me throw your comment up there. We about to get out of here. See y'all in a minute. Matter of fact, like 3 hours. Peace.